Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Tradingfyive. So the topic of today's video is trend lines, which I can say is the very important topic in technical analysis. Because most of the huge topic, most of the fancy topic that we say are based on this. So I request you to watch the video till the end and do not skip any part of the video. So before continuing with this video, I request you to watch my video on trend identification. You may find the link in the description or in the I button. So let's begin with our video trend lines. So in my previous video, that is trend identification, we had seen what is this term in the market which is called as trend. Yeah, and we had also studied the three types of trends which are uptrend, downtrend and sideways. Now if you look at trend line, trend lines are the angular line that connects the lows and highs of the price. Now what does that mean? Now if we consider a trended market, yeah, and when I say trended, I mean that the price is either uptrended or downtrended, not sideways. Okay, so when we consider a trended market and join two or more lows in the case of uptrend or two or more highs in the case of downtrend through a line, we get a trend line. Let us have more clarity about trend line through this demonstration. So as you can see, this is a price chart which is in uptrend. Now how I get to know it is uptrended? It's obvious because it is forming the pattern of higher high and higher lows. Yeah, and when we consider these two lows which are formed by the price and join them through a line, we get a trend line. And this is how a trend line looks like. And as you can see, the price chart is further taking support on the trend line. And similarly, when we consider a downtrended stock and connect the topmost high through a line, we get a trend line in a downtrend. And also here you can see that the stock is resisting on the trend line. Now I hope you understood what is trend line and how to plot trend line in the market. If not, I request you to rewind the video and watch it again. Moving forward, let us see how to use a trend line, how to pick up the trades in the market using trend line. Yeah, so trend line can be used as dynamic support and resistance. Now in my previous video, which is on support and resistance, we had studied what is support and resistance. Support is a price level or zone from where the stock shows a bullish move, and resistance is a price level or whatever you say price zone from where the stock shows a bearish move. Now what is this term called as dynamic support and resistance? Dynamic support and resistance basically means moving support and resistance. Yeah, the support and resistance which are not linear. And we know that trend lines are angular in nature and the stock takes support or resistance on them. Yeah, so it's clear that when the stock takes support on a trend line and shows a bullish move, it's a buy signal. And similarly, when the stock takes a resistance on the trend line and shows some bearish move, it is a sell signal. Trend line can also be used to predict the trend continuation or reversal of trend. When the price of the stock touches its trend line, there are basically two scenarios. Either the stock will accept the trend line and show a retracement, or else the stock will break the trend line. Now whenever the stock breaks the trend line, it indicates that the trend is likely to get reversed. And similarly, when the price resists or takes support on the trend line, it indicates the continuation of the trend. And by considering both the scenarios, we can predict that whether the trend of the market will continue or take a reversal. Okay, so our next topic is strength of a trend line. Now how do you determine the strength of a trend line? Because when you connect the lows or highs in a trended market, you get multiple trend lines. Now how can you figure out that which is the most significant trend line among them? Well, to figure out this, you need to consider these three factors. First is angle of trend line. Now lower the angle of trend line, more stronger will it be. Yeah, so the trend lines which are less angular in nature are more stronger than the trend lines which directly goes up or basically goes up in a straight manner. Second factor is length of the trend line. Longer the trend line, it will be more stronger. So the trend line which are sustained in the market from longer duration, they are more likely to be stronger as compared to the trend line which are formed currently. And third factor is number of touch points. Now more number of touch points on the trend line tells us that the trend line is stronger. like continuous support on the trend line or continuous resistance on the trend line makes the trend line more stronger. Okay, so let us see some examples of trend line in the live market. So let me just take you to the chart. So this is the weekly chart of Nifty, and as you can see, Nifty was in an uptrend from a very long duration and is now currently in a slight downtrend. So when Nifty was in an uptrend, we could see that it had formed very first two lows over here. And if we connect the two lows with an extended line, we get a trend line. And as you can see, Nifty had frequently taken support on this trend line, and whenever it takes a support on trend line, I can look for buying opportunity. So you can see Nifty had taken a support over here and from there showed a very good bullish move. Also around here as well as over here, Nifty was taking continuous support on this trend line. So when this trend line breaks over here, we can say that the uptrend of Nifty has broken. The uptrend of Nifty has come to an end. And from then after, we can see that a slight downtrend was seen in Nifty. And currently we can see that Nifty is taking resistance on this trend line. So if Nifty shows some bearish move, it could be a sell signal. But I advise you to do your own research before taking any trade in the market. Take this video just for educational purpose. Yeah, so I hope you understood the concept of trend line through this video. If not, I request you to please watch this video again. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video till the end. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Share this video as much as possible to not miss such many contents on stock market as well as technical analysis. Subscribe and press the notification bell. I will see you in the next video.